So, guys, today I'd like to talk to you on the subject of celebrating other people's victories. I think this is an important one because oftentimes we're very good at celebrating our own victories and we don't embrace the victories of our family and friends with the same spirit. So, firstly, what I'd like to say, it's important to surround yourself with achievers. Um, Winning victory is about a certain energy, it's about a certain spirit, it's a contagious spirit. The more you surround yourself with achievers, the more you yourself will get wins on your own path, your own journey. Um, I think it's so important not only to embrace those people, those friends, those family members, but most importantly, teach yourself to, without envy, without jealousy, without shame, to celebrate their victories in the same spirit that you would celebrate your own victories, because then you put out an energy that is one that is pure, that is clean, that is positive. And I think to help you guys understand what I'm talking about, let me share with you a little story about myself and a friend of mine. So, way back when I used to live in South Africa, I had this one friend of mine that was forever sending me positive messages, sending me prayers. Whenever I met him, all our conversations were about positivity and opportunities and possibilities. So, at this one particular stage of his life, he was flying. He was flying in his personal life, lovely wife, three lovely sons, a corporate job with one of the world's biggest companies. He was just going from strength to strength in that company. On the side of his corporate job, he had a really good side hustle, which was his property investment business, and that was going really well. And just to give you an example, so in his corporate life, he shared with me how one year the company decided to fly him, his spouse, and his entire division and their spouses to Mauritius as a reward for hitting targets. He shared this with me. I was happy for him. I was happy for his wife. The following year, they did even better, and they were flown to Singapore, business class, with their spouses, all expenses paid, for a couple of days as a reward from the company for hitting target. And at that particular time in my life, I was not flying. I was not soaring. But each time he shared these stories and anecdotes with me, I only felt happy for my friend. And I kept telling myself, Nanani, it's not your time yet. God has a plan for you. Your time will come too. On the side hustle, Brother Man was flying. He was flying as well. Those of you who know, every weekend, the newspapers in both Cape Town and Johannesburg, I think in Joburg it's the Star newspaper, they will advertise properties for sale and for rent and invite you to go for show houses. A lot of people will go to those show houses, whether it's an individual home you're looking to move to or for investment purposes. And one Sunday, my man calls me and he says he's going to look at some apartments in Sandton. So I'm like, oh, great. Happy for you. He calls me in the evening and he says to me, Nanani, I put deposits down for 5 apartments today. This one building, new building, just come up in Morningside. And my brother, my friend, went in, had a look at one, liked it so much, signed a check, deposit for 5 apartments. So one, not 2, 5 apartments. Shared this with me, and I'm just like, you know what? So happy for my brother, so happy for my friend that he's flying, that he's soaring. A couple of months later, similar story. He calls me, he's driving to the airport on his way to Cape Town to go and put an offer in on a shopping complex in Somerset West, which is about 45, 50 Ks from Cape Town. Again, I'm happy for him. No envy, no jealousy. I'm feeding off his energy. I'm feeding off the fact that my friend is doing so well. My friend trusts me and believes in me enough to share with me these private victories. I've never forgotten that. Then and now, I'm still inspired when I remember that story. I'm still inspired by all the prayers, the wishes, the quotes, and the stories that he shared with me. So guys, my message for today: learn to celebrate other people's victories in the same way you do. Because at the end of the day, we all have our time. God has a plan for all of us. We will all be celebrating our own victories in good time.